Well, it is always going to be at Carelli's on Thursday nights from 7 until 8 o'clock for Buffs Prime Time. Carelli's, as we well know, is the best restaurant in Boulder, Colorado. The CU men coming off a loss on Tuesday night. We were in Lawrence, Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse, and the Buffs fell 71-59 in what was really a heck of a college basketball game. Got some great play out of Sebastian Ronchik. Now the Buffs get ready for Central Florida. Or excuse me, UCF. They demand to be called UCF coming to town at 1 o'clock on Saturday. CU women got beat by Utah last night. They're ready for Houston to come in. In fact, we got a day-night doubleheader on Saturday. The men play at 1 o'clock, the women at 6 o'clock against the Houston Cougars. Coming up on the show, this ought to be interesting. We think Tad Boyle is going to be here. He's expected to be here. We're also going to talk to JR Payne. And our player guest is the sophomore out of Senegal, Assad Diop. So we look forward to chatting with him. But just about 2 minutes ago or so, my engineer looks at me and he says, you want to try your headset? I didn't realize where we were at. And I realized, well, there's no Coach Boyle here. What are we going to do? So I called Tad, got his voicemail. We texted Tad. We texted the sports information director. And nobody's heard from Tad at this point in time. And so I looked over at our guy, JT, who's the manager here at Carelli's. And I said, we've never had you want to talk about Carelli's here for a couple of minutes. Yeah, give JT a round of applause the way he helps his staff go put together and all the great food here and works for Greg. And how long you been here at Carelli's?
I've been here for 15 years.
Have you really?
Yep.
We've been doing a show here just about 15 years.
Yeah. I think you started the year after, after I started.
Right.
Yep.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
And, I started here in 2010. I think you guys started here in 2011.
And you haven't kicked us out yet?
No, not yet. We love having you here.
Well, that's awesome. Obviously, you come someplace and work for 15 years here. That says something about Greg and the company and this, this restaurant and the Boulder community, doesn't it?
It really does. And, the great thing is everyone we see, we have about a 90% return business.
Sure.
It's all faces I recognize. And it's great to see everybody. It's a great neighborhood place. And, lots of friends that I've made here over the years.
So your friends are waving at you right now.
Yep,
in fact.
exactly.
Yeah.
So and just Greg Carelli's a tremendous owner.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have a privately owned place to work and to have the community behind us, as always.
Tell us something about Carelli's that maybe the average person doesn't know about what you do, why you do it, how you do it, the quality, all that kind of stuff.
Well, Carelli's has been here for 31 years.
Has it really? 31 years?
Yep. So, I misspoke. 34 years.
34 years.
Yep.
Right.
And Greg's father, Gene Carelli, had a place that he started in Chicago. He moved to Arapahoe and Folsom, right near the McGuckins location for the old school Boulderites. It was right where the movie theater used to be, the Village 4.
Yeah.
And then Greg was always working with his father. His father decided to retire, and he got this spot and started here and has been here since '97. The place has evolved. It started out as a checkerboard, red checkerboard tablecloth type place, pizza and just a few pastas, and he's turned it into, he's tripled the size of it and gave it a real elegant feel to it.
What's the best thing when somebody comes in? What are you recommending to them here at Carelli's?
Oh, geez, there's so many things.
Yeah.
On the pasta section, love the penne pizzola mozzarella. It's all fresh mozzarella. Basil, garlic, lighter tomato sauce. One of my favorites. Salmon margarita is always really good. That's a fan favorite. Have a dish called scoozy.
That's what Tad Boyle always gets too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
If he were here right now, he'd be ordering that.
He would.
I guarantee.
He would have me give him a Diet Coke and have him bring it to him at the 7:30 hour. So.
Outstanding. It's a wonderful restaurant, and you guys have done a lot of work with kind of the atmosphere and.
Absolutely.
It's really got a Boulder feel to it, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, old-time Boulderites always remember it and keep coming back, and we always appreciate it.
Yeah. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Michigan.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, just south of Detroit.
Wow. Tough crowd here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I am.
But you've been here a long time. You were at Dolan's for a long time.
I was at
think.
Dolan's for a long time. I started bussing tables my second day on campus, so I'm a CU alum as well. So, and yep. But I'll never. I always have all the Detroit sports teams in my heart too.
Love it.
So yeah, definitely.
Well, certainly a great place to come. Okay, now that
Yeah.
we got through the restaurant, tell us what you think about the Buffs defense right now against Kansas the other night.
Well, can I say I was very pleased with how the Buffs did because I had them plus 17.5. So
Oh, we're going to get the betting lines.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And the NIL thing's a mess, too, isn't it?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
Just, yeah, about done with that.
oh, absolutely.
Well,
I agree.
hey, thank you for really
Oh,
being our
absolutely.
host now for 15 years.
Oh, my pleasure,
man.
Mark.
You've done a
Yeah.
great job, and it's always a pleasure to come
And
on out
it's
here.
yeah, and it's great getting to know you over the years,
Yep.
and Shannon, and everybody here that comes. And
There
we
you
appreciate
go.
it.
All right. Let's hear it for JT. All right. They do a great job. Well, we'll see what's going on with Tad and whoever else wants to show up here. We may end up talking to Shannon for all I know, but it's no. He says no, not a chance. It's a Buff Primetime. The Buffs coming off the game with Kansas the other night, as I said, played very, very well. And still looking for win number 1, obviously, after that last. But really, think about the last 2 ball games with Houston and Kansas, both heavily favored teams. And the Buffs played Houston to a 10-point game and, of course, lost to Kansas the other night when it was by 12 when it was all said and done. And I got Central Florida coming in on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We'll go ahead and take a break and see if we can figure out where Tad is and give him one segment by the time it's all said and done. Hassan Jope's going to come by and also JR Payne as well. The women getting ready for Houston on Saturday night at 6 o'clock. So let's go ahead and take a break here at Carelli's. Back in a moment. This is Colorado basketball from Learfield.